Hello, friends. How are you? Welcome. Today, we're going to dive into the fascinating world of Mercury dime coins and uncover the top 4 most valuable Mercury dimes that collectors are chasing. We'll be talking about those rare and highly sought-after pieces, including error coins, unusual color shades, steel tone examples, and the ones in pristine conditions that truly stand out in the marketplace. These coins aren't just bits of silver. They're living pieces of American history, each with a story, each carrying value far beyond its face. Some of these treasures have become powerful symbols in the coin collecting and investor world, fetching prices that can surprise even the most seasoned enthusiasts. So, whether you're a passionate collector, a curious investor, or simply someone who appreciates the beauty and significance of American currency, this video is made just for you. Let's get started. First up, the 1919 D Mercury dime is one of those coins that doesn't just sit quietly in a collection. It commands attention, admiration, and in some cases, unimaginable wealth. Struck more than a century ago at the Denver Mint, this coin carries with a blend of history, artistry, and extreme rarity that makes collectors lose sleep at night dreaming of owning one. While its face value is only 10 cents, its market demand can skyrocket its worth into the realm of millions, turning it from pocket change into life-changing treasure. What makes this coin so special? First, it belongs to the beloved Mercury dime series, which ran from 1916 to 1945. The design, featuring Lady Liberty in a wing cap, symbolizes freedom of thought and progress. But when you narrow it down to the 1919 D, you are looking at a coin that was minted in relatively low numbers compared to its popularity today. Over time, circulation and wear have reduced the surviving examples dramatically, and finding one in pristine condition is like discovering gold in your backyard. It simply doesn't happen every day. The allure of this dime lies not only in its rarity, but also in its ability to transform a collector's fortune overnight. Imagine rummaging through an old coin jar, or opening a dusty family album where one of these dimes have been taped for decades, only to realize you're holding a piece that collectors and investors are ready to pay an unimaginable price for. In today's market, whispers of million-dollar valuations surround the finest examples of the 1919 D, giving it the aura of a mythical treasure that can change an ordinary life into one of luxury and freedom. Condition is everything when it comes to this coin. Most Mercury dimes from 1919 D that are still around show heavy wear, scratches, and fading details. But the few examples that remain in mint state, where Lady Liberty's hair, feathers, and facial features shine with sharp detail, are the ones that auction houses fight to get their hands on. Collectors know that every tiny detail preserved adds thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands, to the final price. A single grading step higher can mean the difference between a 5-figure sale and a 7-figure miracle. Beyond condition, the 1919 D Mercury dime has a mysterious side. Some coins have developed unique colorations over time, beautiful natural toning in shades of blue, gold, or steel-like hues. These visual differences are like fingerprints, no two coins alike, and serious collectors treat them as works of art. In the investor's world, such unique toning can make a coin even more desirable, pushing bids higher and higher as passionate bidders refuse to let such a treasure slip away. This dime is not just a collector's item. It is a storyteller. Each scratch, each mark, each faint detail speaks of a century of American history. It has seen the end of World War I, the Roaring '20s, the struggles of the Great Depression, and countless hands that may have unknowingly held a piece of fortune. When you hold a 1919 D Mercury dime, you're holding a tangible slice of time itself, a relic that carries both emotional weight and financial firepower. Investors are increasingly aware of the power coins like the 1919 D Mercury dime hold. Unlike paper money, which fades and inflates with time, rare coins grow stronger in value the rarer they become. That is why this dime is not only seen as a collectible, but also as a safe haven investment, one that can stand proudly beside gold, diamonds, and real estate. For many, it's more than a coin. It's a symbol of wealth security, beauty, and timeless heritage. So, if you ever come across a 1919 D Mercury dime, remember this. You're not just looking at a 10-cent piece. You're staring at a possible ticket to a new life. Do not spend it casually. Do not trade it cheaply. because in the right hands and the right auction, this coin has the power to rewrite your story overnight. It is more than silver, more than money. It is opportunity, wrapped in history, waiting for the person wise enough to recognize its true worth. Next up, the 1923 Mercury dime is a coin that goes far beyond its tiny size and humble face value. Minted more than a century ago at the San Francisco Mint, this piece of silver has grown into one of the most valuable treasures in the world of American numismatics. To the untrained eye, it may appear as just another old dime, but in reality, its rarity, historical significance, and condition can make it worth millions in today's market. Owning one in top grade is not just collecting. It's unlocking a key to unimaginable fortune. What makes the 1923 S so special is its scarcity. During that era, dimes were heavily circulated, passing through countless hands for everyday purchases. Because of this, nearly all 1923 Mercury dimes that survive today are worn, scratched, and stripped of their fine details. Finding one in mint state, with full sharpness in Liberty's wing cap and clear features, is like finding a hidden diamond in a river of stones. The rarity of this coin in high grade is exactly why it commands such staggering prices at auction. Collectors and investors alike are drawn to the 1923 Mercury dime because it represents both beauty and power. The iconic design of Liberty wearing a wing cap, symbolizing freedom of thought, paired with the rarity of this particular date and mint mark, creates a perfect storm of desirability. To some, it's not just a coin, it's a masterpiece. To others, it's a golden ticket that can change their financial destiny overnight. Imagine holding a coin worth only 10 cents at the time of its minting, but today carrying a price tag in the millions. This is the magic that fuels dreams in the coin world. The condition factor cannot be overstated. Lower grade examples might still attract interest, but they will never rival the astronomical values of those few coins preserved in pristine condition. Each line on Liberty's hair, every feather on her wing cap, and every letter on the reverse must be perfectly visible to achieve the highest grades. That is when collectors open their wallets without hesitation, pushing bids to levels that can shock even seasoned investors. Adding even more intrigue, some of these 1923 Mercury dimes carry unique toning and coloration, giving them an identity like no other. Over decades of natural aging, some coins develop steel blue, golden, or rainbow-like hues, making them breathtaking to behold. Collectors see this natural artwork as priceless, and when beauty merges with rarity, the result is a coin that transcends money. It becomes a one-of-a-kind treasure that can spark bidding wars across the globe. Beyond its financial value, the 1923 S-dime carries a piece of history in its silver frame. It lived through the Roaring '20s, a decade of booming jazz, flapper dresses, and American cultural transformation. Holding such a coin is like holding a witness from that era, a small artifact that survived economic changes, wars, and the hands of millions. This deep historical connection adds another layer of significance, making the coin not just an investment, but a living relic of America's story. Investors look at coins like the 1923 Mercury dime as safe haven assets, portable wealth that grows in value as time passes. Unlike paper currency that weakens with inflation, a coin of this magnitude only becomes more desirable as each year goes by. Its limited supply, combined with increasing demand, creates a market where prices can soar endlessly. Owning one is not just about wealth. It's about security, prestige, and entering a circle of elite collectors who understand its true power. So, if by chance you stumble upon a 1923 Mercury dime, remember, you're not just looking at a small silver coin. You're staring at the possibility of rewriting your destiny overnight. Don't spend it casually. Don't sell it cheaply, because in the right condition and the right auction, it could transform you into a millionaire in the blink of an eye. This coin is more than history, more than silver, and more than money. It's opportunity, power, and fortune compressed into a single dime. Next up, the 1924 Mercury dime is one of those coins that captures both imagination and fortune. Struck in Denver during the Roaring '20s, this small silver coin has grown into a monumental treasure in the world of numismatics. At first glance, It seems like an ordinary dime, but hidden in its details is a potential to unlock wealth worth millions in today's market. This is not just a coin. It's a fortune waiting to be discovered, a life-changing piece that can turn its finder into a millionaire overnight. What makes the 1924 D so special is its combination of rarity and desirability. Unlike more common years of the Mercury dime series, this Denver issue had limited production and even fewer survivors in top condition. Back then, these coins circulated heavily, passing through markets, shops, and everyday transactions until most became worn down and nearly unrecognizable. To this day, finding one in pristine, mint-state condition with sharp details is like stumbling across hidden treasure buried in plain sight. Collectors and investors alike are drawn to the 1924 D Mercury dime because it is more than collectible. It is a symbol of wealth and prestige. Its design, featuring Lady Liberty in a wing cap that represents freedom of thought, makes it an artistic masterpiece. But when you add the scarcity of this particular date and mint mark, it transforms from a mere dime into a trophy coin. Auction houses know that whenever a high-grade example of the 1924 D appears, bidding wars will erupt, with passionate collectors refusing to let such a gem slip away. Condition is a heartbeat of this coin's value. While lower-grade examples still hold respectable worth, the true magic lies in coins that survived untouched by time. Every line in Liberty's hair, every feather in her wing cap, every letter on the reverse must remain bold and sharp to command top prices. Collectors understand this delicate balance, and when a flawless 1924 D emerges, it can fetch staggering figures that seem almost impossible for something once worth 10 cents. Adding to its mystique, some of these coins have developed natural toning over the decades, hints of gold, steel, or rainbow-like shades that give each coin a unique personality. These colorations are the fingerprints of time, and collectors adore them because no two coins are exactly alike. A beautifully toned 1924 D is not just rare. It is a one-of-a-kind work of art, and that uniqueness can drive its value even higher in the collector's market. Beyond its beauty and rarity, the 1924 D dime carries the weight of American history. Born in an era of jazz, prohibition, and cultural change, this coin is a silent witness to a dynamic chapter of the nation's story. It has traveled through pockets, shops, and generations, carrying with it the spirit of the Roaring '20s. To hold one today is to hold a time capsule, a link to a past that shaped the future of America. That historical presence adds immeasurable value beyond its silver content. For investors, the 1924 D Mercury dime is a golden opportunity in disguise. While currencies weaken and markets shift, rare coins only grow stronger in value. With its limited mintage and rising demand, this dime is seen as a secure asset, an investment that not only preserves wealth but multiplies it over time. For many collectors, owning one is like owning a piece of wealth insurance, something tangible and everlasting that will never lose its magic. So, if you ever find yourself holding a 1924 D Mercury dime, remember, this is not just pocket change. This is destiny wrapped in silver. Don't spend it. Don't trade it lightly, because in the right condition and the right setting, this coin has the power to transform your entire fortune overnight. It is more than money. It is opportunity, history, and wealth all compressed into a single shining dime. Next up, the 1929 Mercury dime is one of those rare treasures that can completely redefine what we think of as wealth. Minted during the final years of the Roaring '20s, this coin may have once bought you a stick of gum or a newspaper, but today, in the right condition, it can be worth an unimaginable fortune. Collectors and investors both view the 1929 dime as more than just silver. It is a key to financial transformation, a piece of history that holds the power to change someone's destiny overnight. What sets the 1929 Mercury dime apart is its scarcity in top grades. While millions were minted, the reality is that very few survived in pristine condition. Most circulated through countless hands, losing their sharp details and luster along the way. This makes finding a gem-quality example today an event worth headlines. When such coins surface at major auctions, they ignite a frenzy among collectors, pushing prices into the stratosphere and proving that a small piece of silver can command the value of luxury cars, houses, or even estates. The Mercury dime itself is a masterpiece of design, and the 1929 issue carries that beauty with pride. Lady Liberty, wearing her wing cap to symbolize freedom of thought, stands as a timeless emblem of America's spirit. The reverse, showing fasces and olive branches, reflects both strength and peace. Combine this powerful symbolism with the rarity of surviving examples, and the 1929 Mercury dime becomes more than a coin. It becomes an icon, one that represents wealth, artistry, and history in equal measure. Condition is everything with this dime. Collectors are willing to pay staggering amounts for a coin that shows every strand of Liberty's hair, every feather in her wing cap, and every crisp line on the reverse. High-grade versions can multiply in value with just a single bump in grading. That is why professionals and investors guard these coins so carefully, because they know the financial leap between a worn dime and a mint-state dime can mean the difference between hundreds and millions. Adding even more fascination, some 1929 Mercury dimes carry unique toning, shades of steel blue, gold, or rainbow hues caused by decades of natural aging. These colors make each coin truly unique, giving it a one-of-a-kind personality. Collectors prize these toned dimes like rare works of art, and when rarity combines with beauty, the market reacts with breathtaking energy. Bidding wars erupt, and prices climb far beyond expectation. But the value of the 1929 Mercury dime is not just about money. It is also about history. This coin was minted just before the Great Depression, a time when America's roaring prosperity came to a sudden halt. Holding this dime today is like holding a silent witness from that dramatic turning point in history. It is a reminder of resilience, of a nation's journey through good times and hardship, and that historical connection adds a depth of significance no paper money can ever match. For investors, this dime represents security and opportunity. Unlike modern currency that weakens with inflation, rare coins like the 1929 Mercury dime only gain strength as the years pass. Every decade that goes by makes surviving examples rarer and more desirable. Owning one is like owning a piece of timeless wealth, something you can hold, protect, and pass down as a legacy, knowing its power will only grow with time. So, if you ever come across a 1929 Mercury dime, treat it as more than just small change. It is a fortune disguised as a coin, a ticket to overnight transformation. Do not spend it. Do not let it go for cheap, because in the right condition, it has the power to turn you into a millionaire. It is more than silver, more than currency. It is a treasure of history, beauty, and unimaginable wealth, waiting for the one lucky person who recognizes its true worth. See you in the next video.